Okay, so if you've got black or textured hair, you have definitely seen the ads for straightening brushes, right? They promise the silky, straight hair in just one pass, like it's magic. But for so many of us, the reality is, well, it's not quite so magical. Today, we're going to get into the real truth using some amazing source material from hair expert Ed Shears at hairbrushy.com. And let's just start right here because this quote, man, it just says it all. I feel played. This is what a woman with 4C hair told Ed Shears after she bought a straightening brush. She was expecting those flat iron results, but without the flat iron damage. And if that sounds familiar, trust me, you are not alone. It's such a common feeling, but it really comes from a misunderstanding of what these tools are actually built to do. So this is the big question, isn't it? Why is there this huge gap between the ads we see and the results we get, especially for coily and kinky hair types? Well, the answer isn't that the tools are all junk. It's that we've been sold the wrong promise from the start. And this slide right here is the whole story. On one side, you've got the expectation, a one-pass silk press machine. But on the other side is the reality. It's a smoothing and stretching tool. According to Ed Shears, the moment you make this mental switch, the tool goes from being a huge disappointment to, honestly, a super useful part of your hair routine. It's not supposed to replace your flat iron. It's a whole different thing. So, okay, if we start thinking of it as a smoothing and stretching tool, what actually separates a great one from a bad one? Let's get into the expert's guide, because there are a few features that really truly matter for textured hair. Forget all the marketing buzzwords you see on the box. According to the source material, it all comes down to these three things. It's not about which one gets the hottest, it's about having control, getting the right tension, and being comfortable. Let's break down why each of these is so important. First up, heat control. And look, the goal here is probably the opposite of what you think. It's not about finding the brush that gets scorching hot. No, the whole point is to find the lowest possible heat that still gets you a smooth result in just a few passes. That is the secret to minimizing heat damage in the long run. Next up is bristle tension, and this might be the most overlooked feature of all. Think about it. If the bristles are too wimpy or too short, they're just going to glide right over the surface of 4C hair. And then you end up going over it again and again and again, which is just a recipe for heat damage. You need bristles that can actually gently grip the hair and give you a nice controlled stretch. And finally, styling comfort. Now, this might sound like a luxury, like a nice to have, but Ed Shears frames it as a core safety feature. And that makes so much sense. If the back of the brush gets crazy hot or the handle is just awkward to hold, you're going to rush. And rushing leads to sloppy passes and doing it over and over again. So yeah, a comfortable tool is actually a damage prevention tool. Okay, so keeping those three things in mind, control, tension, and comfort, let's look at the specific recommendations from Ed Shears at hairbrushy.com. This isn't some giant list of 50 brushes. It's a really tight, curated list of tools that actually deliver for black hair. And the number one top pick for overall performance, safety, and just getting consistent results is the Drybar, the Brush Crush. This one gets recommended the most because it's built like a premium tool. I love how the source puts it, saying it's not like the others that feel like a cheap hot plate with teeth. And notice the focus here isn't just about getting your hair straight. It's about comfort and safety. It gets praised because the back of the brush doesn't get crazy hot, which, as we just said, keeps you from rushing. It's fantastic for smoothing, stretching, and just keeping some natural movement in your hair. Yeah, it's an investment, but it's one you'll actually want to use. All right, next up we have a really strong contender, the InStyler Straight Up Ceramic Brush. This one's for those of you who want to get a little bit closer to that silk press feel, but without the harsh clamp of a traditional flat iron. The key takeaway here is one word: patience. This tool rewards a slow, steady pass. It's all about controlled smoothing. It gives you that sleek look without making your ends feel all pressed and dry. It's a fantastic choice if you're aiming for that almost silk press vibe. Now, what if you're looking for a more budget-friendly option that still really works? Well, the expert pick for that is the Miro Pure 2-in-1 Ionic Brush. Here's the deal with this one. It's all about managing expectations. This is a super practical, effective tool for your routine smoothing and stretching, especially if you have medium to thick hair. Just don't ask it to do what a flat iron does on really tight coils, and you will be very, very happy with the polished results it gives you. Okay, but what about for those with thick, tightly coiled 4C hair? There is a specific recommendation that really stands out for that hair type, and it's the Tymo Hair Straightener Brush. So what's the secret sauce here?
Well, it's really all in the design. The bristles are dense, so they can actually get in there and stretch coily hair right from the root, which is where a lot of other brushes just completely fail. And with 16 heat settings, you get amazing control to find the exact temperature your hair needs, instead of just blasting it with heat it doesn't need.
But what if your goal isn't pin straight? What if what you really want is that flawless salon-style blowout? For that, we need to look at a totally different kind of tool, the CHI Volumizer 4-in-1, which is the top recommendation. Now, it's really important to know this is a hot air brush, not a straightening brush. It's a different beast. It dries and styles at the same time. The source material loves its versatility. It's got 4 different attachments to help you smooth, stretch, and polish your hair to get that perfect blowout look right at home. Okay, so we've covered the what to buy, but the how you use it is just as important. Seriously, having the right tool is only half the battle. So let's get into Ed's recommended technique for getting amazing results while keeping your hair super healthy. This 4-step method is so simple and so smart, and every single step is about getting better results with less damage. Okay, step 1, start with stretched hair. Why? You're basically giving the brush a head start, so it has less work to do, which means less time your hair is under the heat. Step 2, small sections. Listen, this one is non-negotiable. If you try to rush through a thick chunk of hair, the bristles can't get the right tension, the heat won't get through evenly, and you'll just have to do it over and over. Step 3, 1 slow pass beats 3 fast ones. Every single time. You have to let the heat and the bristles do their job. Rushing just skims the surface. A single, slow, deliberate pass works so much better. And finally, step 4, stop at smooth. The goal is smooth, healthy-looking hair, not bone-straight hair that's been fried. Healthy and smooth always, always win. So what's the big takeaway here? What's the final thought to walk away with? It's not just about buying a new tool. It's about a new mindset, a more empowered way of thinking about your entire hair routine. I absolutely love this analogy from the source material. Think of your straightening brush as your reliable daily driver car. It's for consistent smoothing, for stretching, for less damage over time. Your flat iron? That's the special occasion tool, the sports car you bring out when you want maximum pinpoint straightness. Each tool has its own lane and they're not the same. And we'll end on this question, because it really is all about putting your hair's health first. By understanding what a straightening brush is really for and what it isn't, you can make it this powerful partner in your routine, one that gives you beautiful results without forcing you to sacrifice the health of your hair to get them.